Well, I would think prayer is more important.
Which one?
Prayer, obviously.
Well, isn't it your prophet? He says intercourse with a wife is better than 70 prayer.
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
Well, sounds like I don't know. I don't know.
Let
I
us
mean, I've
see.
had my doubt. I've been having my doubts. I
Let me
just
show you how Islamic website. I see when I was a kid, we don't have internet, at that time. There's no internet. So I read and I learn and I go to the library. I spend my day. It took me actually some time. Like there's a big library. There's many library, but there's one of them was the biggest, and you have all the books you can imagine. So I used to almost walk like 45 minutes, and I was a kid in the heat in the sun, because I cannot even tell my parents I want to go there because I mean, nobody will take me that far, and nobody will drop me there. And so I go walk all the way, and then I enter the library and I walk with someone as an adult, because this adult section doesn't mean it's porn. It's just for people who they are old. There's a section for kids. There's Mickey Mouse magazines, Tan images, pictures. But I don't like those books. I go with the adult. So I wait for somebody when I enter from the door. I walk next to him, act like I am his son, so the guard, he will think I'm coming with him. I go, and then I read any book I find on the table. And each time I read an Islamic books, I mean, I cannot believe how stupid this cult is. Do you see my screen?
yeah.
Watch now. Watch him run now. Watch him run from me, because he's a liar.
Okay, this is ultimate fault. This guy, he don't believe in hadith, he don't believe in tafsir, he don't believe in anything. He's God by himself, he's a prophet. So read with me. And by the way, I run from you. Yeah, the guy, he keeps saying the F word to me every time he called me.
Well,
and he said to my mother too. Very filthy, very trashy. So if we translate this page, and this is Islam question and answer. I don't know why it's not working. Let's try again. Translate. I know why it's not working. Let's see again. All right, let's try here. Click in the middle. It's not working. Let me highlight. I will highlight and do. Look, I will highlight and do translation like step by step. Can you see on the screen? It says,
yes.
Is intercourse with one's wife equivalent to 70 voluntary prayers?
what?
Is intercourse with one's wife equivalent to 70 voluntary prayers?
The answer, yes. Like, I mean, what kind of religion this religion is? If you have sex with your wife, it's better than 70 voluntarily prayer? Why?
Maybe they're just trying to highlight how important sex is, with your wife, that it's good to have intimacy.
I mean, do I need to highlight? I mean, the man already is horny. He have 4 wives. So why I need to how I made the prayer equal one intercourse with the women? Allah is saying one more 70.
Yeah, I mean,
what kind of religion this religion is? So I mean, this is a prophet of God. This is a sex maniac. So
well, is that a authentic
well,
document though?
look, it says here. Let me read for you. You can see it here. Look what it says.
According to Sahih Muslim, the man and his wife will be rewarded for intercourse. Is it true that the reward is equivalent to the reward for 70 voluntary prayers?
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard about this one actually.
I'm just reading, there. So, and then they explain that if a man, he have sex with his wife, he is rewarded by Allah. I mean, how? I mean, okay, well, man will have sex anyway. That's why he married the women. I mean, why a man will marry a woman if he have no intention To sleep with her. Like what? I mean, just to cook?
Maybe it's just to like avoid the zina, like the whole idea of
No,
having a
no, you
wife.
see, first of all, who said that adultery in Islam is forbidden? Where do you get this from?
Well, I've been told that it's, obviously
All right.
not allowed.
All
And
right.
also I read a hadith the other day that was saying that if a married man and a woman, married woman have sex and are caught, they have to be stoned to death. So obviously
Well,
it's
this is cannot be found in the Quran, but let me show you that in Islam, fornication is allowed. But what Islam did, changed the name of the fornication. We just showed you, like it says you can have sex with your slave, right? But not only that, even if they are married, but not only that, in Islam, it's forbidden for you to have sex with your daughter and your wife.
I hope so.
Okay. However, if you go and read the interpretation, it says in chapter 25, verse number 52, that if the daughter or the sister or the mother, a daughter from adultery, she is not forbidden for you.
Really?
Let us see. Let me show you a reference so nobody will say I'm making things up. حرمت عليكم أمهاتكم. All right, this is Al-Qurtubi. Oh, we can show it in other, actually, not necessarily Al-Qurtubi. We can show it in other interpretation. But we will start with Al-Qurtubi here.
I think it's still loading. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just posting the link. I will post the link for you in case you want to save it, and you can use Google Translation from your side. In case
Okay.
maybe Christian Prince is lying.
Maybe.
It doesn't say that, CP. So chapter 25, verse number 54, and this is the interpretation of Al-Qurtubi, and this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Sorry, of Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
If we go down here, it says, okay. Let us see where we need to start reading. Let me be sure this is the exact link we want. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your time.
All right.
Yep.
ندخل تحت قوله I'm just trying to find the part where it mentioned that. Okay.
Have you ever seen anybody be executed in Islam for in your where you were from in the Middle East for leaving Islam? Have you ever seen that? Because I know that.
I did not witness by eye, but I know many people who get killed. I have one of my admins was killed from Saudi Arabia.
For leaving Islam?
Yeah, he was an admin in my chat room, and then later they found out his name, his address, and he was executed. He used to be called
Like as in lawfully, like the government killed him or his family?
Yes, no, the government. Yeah, his name, you can search his name, Saudi Christian. This is the name he used.
It's quite disturbing.
Yeah, actually, they brought him to the chat room. They opened a big chat room, and they brought him to condemn everything he said. And you can tell, I mean, God knows what they did to him. And then he was executed. Because you cannot repent for insulting Muhammad, but he can repent for insulting Allah. And he insulted Muhammad a lot of time. Here, let us see. Let me post the link here for you. This is the correct link. And I will use Google Translation. You remind me of this good man. Yeah, well, he is a martyr for the Lord. Here it says,
Yeah.
وَجَعَلْنَاهُ نَسَبًا وَصَهْرًا. And this is the verse, and this is the interpretation. And I will use the translator. Google Translation.
Okay.
Ibn al-Arabi said, lineage means the mixing of water between male and female according to Islamic law. If it is due to sin, it is an absolute creation and not a confirmed lineage, and therefore it is not included under his saying, your mothers and your daughters have forbidden to you his daughter due to adultery. Because she is not his daughter, according to the more correct of the two opinions according to our scholars and the more correct of the two opinions in religion. If there is no lineage according to Islamic law, then there is no marriage according to Islamic law. Then adultery is not forbidden between a mother's daughter or a mother's daughter, and what is forbidden from what is permissible is not forbidden from what is forbidden. Because God has been gracious to his servants through lineage and marriage, and has raised their status, and has imposed the rulings regarding permissibility and prohibition on them, so that falsehood does not attach to them or equal to them.
So it's not forbidden to have sex with the mother and the daughter, because according to Islam, she is not your daughter, because she is a daughter from adultery. Did you get the point?
Yeah,
So a Muslim man, he can have sex with his daughter as long as she is not a daughter from marriage. Not only that, if you read underneath here, it says, and the scholars, they disagree about a man having sex with his daughter from adultery or his sister or the daughter of his son. Some, they forbid it, and this is the statement of Abu Hanifa and his friends, and some, they allow it, and this is the statement of Abdul Malik ibn al-Mashun, and this is the statement of Ash-Shafi'i, etc. So here you notice, imagine that the Muslims, they are like, can we have sex with our daughter and our sister and the daughter of my brother if she is a daughter from adultery? Can we?
The jurists differed as to whether a man should marry his daughter from adultery, or his sister, or his son's daughter from adultery. Some people forbade that, including Ibn al-Qasim, and this is the opinion of Abu Hanifa and his companions, and others permitted it, including Abd al-Malik ibn al-Majin.
Do you see it? This is Islam. Do we need even to think about it, that if we can have sex with our daughter? So now if a Muslim have sex with a woman, she gave birth to a daughter, he can have sex with a daughter.
That's yeah, well, that's.
So what do you think, Amina? You want to stay as a Muslim?
I don't. If being a Muslim means I condone or support some of the things we discussed today, then that's not the Islam that I want to follow. That's not the Islam that I think is good for society.
Exactly. So you are out of Islam. We are happy for you, Amina.
Well, I think I just need to process what we discussed today, because